We've been gone a long time. We back now. You twins? Nah, we cousins.
There are legends of people with the gift of making music so true. It can conjure spirits from the past and the future.
Hello! In this video, I want to recommend the movie Sinners. There are multiple reasons for why I recommend this movie. The period between two wars, like the World War I and World War II, that's one of my favorite historical periods. As one famous historian said, after World War I, we have a whole new world emerge after the fall of monarchies, and also in the United States with the Prohibition era. We have definitely one of the craziest periods in human history, with fascism and communism emerging. And then World War II creates the New World Order. It is pretty much the liberal world order of today. But in between these two wars, we have this completely insane and chaotic period, and this movie is actually a historical drama talking about two black gangsters, two twin brothers trying to make it in this rough world. They just survived the trenches of World War I, which in my opinion also adds another layer to their characters. And now, after surviving World War I, they decided to become alcohol dealers. But not only do they have to deal with like Italian and Irish mafia being their competitors, but they also have to deal with the Ku Klux Klan that emerges after World War I and becomes quite popular. I mean, actually it existed even before, but World War I caused it to become even more popular. Ku Klux Klan, that is. And this movie also has really excellent blues music. So if you like the type of music, I would definitely recommend this movie highly. And also, if you are not a huge fan of blues, this movie is a very interesting historical drama. So yeah, from that perspective, already if you are just interested in American history of the Prohibition era, it's a great movie. Then we also have the element of, well, if you want zero spoilers, then you can even stop watching right now, but we have the vampires emerge in this movie. And that's what I like about historical horror movies, or movies with a social message that are also horrors, which has become a new trend in recent years, especially with Jordan Peele movies. I really like that subgenre of horror, and I do think that it makes the supernatural evil even more interesting, because it is contrasted with real evil, being the Ku Klux Klan. That also actually we see a clash between our protagonists and the Ku Klux Klan at one point in this movie. So yeah, I definitely strongly recommend this movie. It's a great historical drama, and also a very good horror movie. It's one of the few horror movies that actually respects this old superstition about vampires, and that is that vampires cannot enter your house unless you invite them in. And almost never, in no other horror movie, did I see a horror movie with this lore being exploited in such an interesting way. But okay, now let's enter into full spoilers territory. So yeah, if you don't want anything spoiled, you should stop watching this review and just go check out a movie. But I have an interesting question for people that have already seen the movie. What do the vampires symbolize? That is the question that I'm not sure I actually understand the answer to. My first idea was that the vampires are actually here a metaphor for the Ku Klux Klan, or for the racist white people trying to destroy this black community in this area. But then later, with the real Ku Klux Klan emerging in this movie, and like with them being characters of their own, I don't think that it really makes sense to say that the vampires are a metaphor for racism. So it might be even the case that they are not a metaphor for anything. They are just vampires, and I am more and more inclined to believe that that's actually the case. That the movie simply decided to contrast the evil of the vampires, which actually, interestingly, has nothing to do with racism and is definitely a non-racist type of evil. We even see Ku Klux Klan members that become vampires, they suddenly stop being racist. So that's kind of an interesting angle. One could even say that being a vampire makes you non-racist automatically. But yeah, maybe the vampires were just there to kind of force us to contrast the supernatural evil with the real evil of the time. So yeah, but then again, I'm not sure what exactly is the message behind it. Also, I am aware of the fact that some people say that vampires being Irish kind of symbolizes the fact that the Irish adopted a more dominant culture that colonized them. Like, well, it can be the British culture, or in this case, it can be American culture, but I'm also not sure that that's actually what the director was trying to do. And there is actually one of my favorite scenes is the vampires singing an Irish folk song, "Rocky Road to Dublin." That was such a trip, man. So such a mindfuck moment, because I actually love that song and I listened to it back in high school. But yeah, so I would be interested in hearing your thoughts. Do the vampires symbolize anything, or are they just vampires, kind of like in From Dusk Till Dawn? And yeah, I would say that this movie actually reminds me of From Dusk Till Dawn, but it's also a very deep and complex social drama. All in all, this movie is great, and go check it out, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you liked this video.